So it's autumn in general practice, and we're getting ready for Christmas coming up. We're thinking about the things that we may have to deal with. Poisoning in dogs and cats is an issue that we get pretty much every Christmas, probably more with dogs. And the obvious one is chocolate. There's so much chocolate around at Christmas time, and we find it like lying around on the floor. Children might leave it sitting around. Dogs will go and find it. If you get chocolate given to you wrapped up and put under the tree, the dog will know straight away that it's chocolate, and it will take that paper off at night and eat the lot before you know it. Now, chocolate can be very toxic to dogs. It varies how toxic, but the better quality chocolate, the worse it is. But if the dog has any chocolate, you've got to take it very seriously. And we need to attend to that pretty smartly. Other things around Christmas, mince pies, Christmas cake. These have raisins in, and raisins come from grapes, and grapes can be very toxic to dogs and can cause kidney failure, and that can be very serious too. If you think your dog has eaten any of these things, you need to contact your vet straight away. Don't wait till morning and don't wait till the next day. You need to let your vet know straight away. Cats are a bit less of a problem with eating silly things, but they will pull things off the Christmas tree, they'll play with toys, they'll pick up bits of ribbon, and if they swallow things like that, they can get blockages. So if your cat looks poorly after Christmas, don't hesitate, let us have a look at it. Other things around and about, we'll get a lot of dogs who just upset tummies around Christmas, and people feel sorry for them because everybody else has had a great big feed, and we've had loads of sort of Christmas goodies and a turkey and all the trimmings, and people will give the dog some leftovers. But if it's not used to it, that can cause a big problem. So we get lots of dogs with upset stomachs at Christmas. Be a bit careful about how much you give them in the way of treats. Probably stick to the normal diet as much as you possibly can. Around and about that, we get a lot of friends and visitors to the house at Christmas time, and they may leave things lying around that you wouldn't normally do. They may not think about you having pets if they haven't got pets of their own. So cigarette ends can be dangerous. We don't want ashtrays full of cigarette ends left around for the dogs to eat. Alcohol has the same effect on dogs as it does on people, but dogs are very much smaller than us, so a smaller quantity can have quite a serious effect. More modern things, the refills for electric cigarettes can be really dangerous. They've got very concentrated nicotine in them. If somebody leaves one of those lying around, that will be very, very dangerous for a dog if they eat that. Toys, our pets get given toys at Christmas, but not everybody knows what a sensible toy is. You don't want something a dog can tear to pieces or bite pieces off. We will always get an odd dog in the period after Christmas that's chewed a piece off a rubber toy and suddenly goes off its food, starts being sick, and that dog will have an obstruction. It can take a big piece of rubber and it won't go through its intestines. So we get obstructions and we have to operate on those dogs to get those things out. So be careful they're not getting something that they're going to chew to pieces and destroy, because if they eat something like that, that can get really serious. If you have a problem with your pet around Christmas, your surgery may not be open when that's happening. So say Boxing Day, your normal surgery may not be open. It's worth checking what your emergency service is and where it is, because it may not be where you usually go. So check with your normal vet, what would happen if something happened in the evening, what would happen if something happened on Christmas morning, where would I have to go? Because you don't want to be rushing around trying to find a place you're unfamiliar with when you have an emergency. And if you think your dog has eaten something dangerous, then you need to see a vet straight away. If it happens in the night, you need seeing at night. So find out where your emergency service is. And don't underestimate how intrepid your dog might be. We had a dog last year that was a little lurcher dog, and it climbed up on a chair to get up onto the work surface, and from the work surface it stood up on its back feet, and it opened the top cupboard in the kitchen, and from the top shelf of the top cupboard it took down a tin, and it took the lid off the tin, and it ate an entire Christmas cake. Now I felt a bit sorry for it when we had to treat that dog for that problem, because I thought it rather deserved something after an effort like that. But that Christmas cake was going to be pretty dangerous if we hadn't done something about it.